Hello and welcome to glennzb TV, the show that puts glennzb up your Periscope. I'm bringing New Zealand to the world, and the world to New Zealand. Hey, what's killing Prince Philip? Have I taken this story too far? Have I escalated it unnecessarily? Rumours going around the place he's not in the best of health. For those of you who don't have an intimate understanding of the royal family like I do, this guy is the Queen's husband, I think. And weirdly, that doesn't make him the king, even though if he was the king and she was his wife, she'd get to be the Queen. I don't know how that works. Anyway, cited as one of the reasons he may be a bit under the weather, a bit tired, a bit stressed out, is she recently had her 90th birthday celebrations. It's quite a big bash. But I think we all know, don't we, husbands, that domestic manager's birthday, it's always a stressful time, and a lot of us would rather be dead than have to deal with that kind of... I mean, what do you... to think how stressed I get about choosing what I'm going to give my domestic manager. Imagine if your domestic manager's the Queen. What the hell are you supposed to... You know, a gift that says something... I mean, it can't be an appliance, can it? Yeah, I'm getting a lot of positive feedback on this. Birthdays, anniversaries. It's hard work. You know, ladies, we don't actually forget the anniversaries. We just... are pretending that they aren't happening, so we don't have to, we just don't want to get the present wrong. We'd rather get shit for forgetting the anniversary than for getting the wrong present. That's what that's about. It's a lot of pressure. And don't say that you don't need anything or you don't want anything. You know you do. That's a lie. Anyway, moving on. I've decided not to call it New Building Blues anymore because we've pretty firmly established that this is not a new building anymore. The shine is really worn off, especially when I get to work this morning to find this note and on the wall in front of where the toaster used to be. It says, toaster unsafe, removed, facilities notified. I wish I'd been there when somebody discovered that the toaster was unsafe. The mind boggles. I'm picturing a fork, something stuck, and frizzy hair, and the slight smell of burning flesh. I've got a theory as to why Air New Zealand don't want to go to Hanganui anymore. I think they just if they felt uncomfortable about how to pronounce it, because there's still a lot of pushback about the H, isn't there? And sometimes it's there and sometimes it isn't. It's a bit like the anniversaries and birthdays. Best just to avoid the whole issue and don't go there anymore. And finally, in the second episode of my increasingly popular series on how zoos work, boy, the old gorilla story yesterday, that certainly gained momentum, didn't it? If you're going to Wellington Zoo, do not throw your baby at this wild animal either. Just want to make that quite clear. But you are allowed to let this out into an enclosure, just so we're absolutely clear. But do not try and feed it babies. We're clear on that? Because I know yesterday, we went through the whole process of where the people should be and where the animal should be, and people seem to be confused about that. This animal should not be in a truck, should not be stuck under an overpass, it should be in an enclosure. It seems simple, and yet I also saw a story about an elephant stuck down a drain in India, or Sri Lanka. Sorry, that was a bit racist, getting those two countries mixed up. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just thought elephants, and then I went straight to India. Could have been Thailand. It wasn't. It was Sri Lanka. It's all coming back to me now. Anyway, elephant got stuck down a drain. Shouldn't have been near a drain. Should be in its enclosure. Animals in the enclosures, people outside of the enclosures. Can we just keep that straight? I don't know why the crocodiles aren't in enclosures. That's a great. Tropical North Queensland it's sort of like a big enclosure. It's not that enclosed, and I think that's where the problems arise. It's a whole other story. We might get to that one tomorrow. I am Glenn ZB. Thank you so much for having me. Oh, it was easier to roll one piece than a whole stack of pieces. Thank you so much for having me. Up your Periscope. Oh, this is all gone wrong.